lovely people, and welcome to today's video. I thought I'd do a little vlog because I'm now off for like a week from work, and what better time to read, right? So today would have been my granddad's birthday. It's the second birthday where he's not been on this world, so I've been thinking of him today. And now I think it's nice that I've not got work for the next couple of days. I didn't do that intentionally, but it's like allowing me to sit in my feelings a little bit and just relax, check in with my mental health and do things that I enjoy, you know? So I think the theme of this vlog is going to be similar to last vlog, where I'm kind of just tackling some of my currently readings, as well as probably starting more books, particularly my library loans. So yeah, I'll show you through some of the books that I'm actively reading in just a moment. Sorry, I just had to pause because I got a delivery. Well, my partner told me that there was a delivery, but it got delivered to a different address, so I had to go down and carry it up. And there's this big fuck off mirror, like door mirror thing, so I had to drag it back up the stairs. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. For active current reads, I would say like my main sort of reads of late has been A Dagger of Lightning by, oh, I forget the author's name. It's kind of like a sci-fi, I want to say like not Marriage of Convenience, but that sort of vibe, as well as not enemies to lovers, but like friends to lovers, I think. And it's like Imogen, our main character, has discovered very briefly that her Nan was from potentially a different planet. She's given the opportunity to learn more, but she's not really told all the loopholes and really the true details of what that means in terms of her life as she knows it. And yeah, it deals with consent actually quite well. I wasn't expecting that to be like a main part of the story, because there's also aspects of sort of mind control. And yeah, the aliens in this story kind of feel like elves, I think you would say. But yeah, it's really interesting to learn about the culture of it all and how they're kind of like distant cousins to humans. So yeah, I'm slowly going through that. That was a book that I had on a book tour a couple of months ago. I already did my sort of thoughts of the moment when it was my turn on the tour, but I keep needing to actually knuckle down and finish it up. I'm also reading another book that's also an arc, and this one is called Monsters of Secrets and Lies, or Secrets of Monsters and Lies, and this one is by, I want to say Delia Owens. Oh my god, I'm so bad at the moment. I think I'm dehydrated, that's what it is. It's been so hot this last week. And this one, I've been seeing it as like Monster High, but for adults. Apparently it's going to be like extreme romance, but like dark romance. I've yet to really get to that part yet, but it's kind of just yearning. And basically there's this island called Monster Island, and people get the opportunity to go there for 5 years and study with the hope that they can stay on the island and live there, and I guess earn, I don't know, like a citizenship there. So I think around 40 years or so ago, the monster realm, the existence of monsters was released to humans, and now they've kind of capitalized on it and made it this kind of total drama island show, where they're competing for a spot to stay on the island. But there's people that are very not what they seem that are getting chosen to go on there. There's like an assassin, like murder for hire person. There's a like seedy lawyer, and they're all like shifters, and well, there's human characters as well, but they're like Frankenstein's monster. Like, do you see why I get the vibe that it's Monster High but older? that's the vibe that I get. And then I'm also reading the volume called Mecha, which is volume 8 by Ms. Marvel, of Ms. Marvel. And this is quite harrowing actually, because it's dealing with a lot of racism, and it's talking about like what is justice, why are you targeting stereotypical easy outlets, you know, when you're just ignoring the problem and adding to the problem. So yeah, this is a deeper story arc than I was expecting it to be. I'm very much enjoying it so far, and I'm going to start this strange one that I was oddly confused about when it came into the library. This is my Dress Up Darling, and it's a manga. This is volume 1. We've got a couple at the library that I particularly work at. I was covering at a different one today, so I thought, oh, we don't have volume 1 at my local, let me borrow it here and see if it's interesting or not. It is, yeah, it seems, I think it's lewd genre, and I don't actually know anything about it other than the fact that it's a dress up darling. So shall we see? Okay, the class loner and the class beauty strike up a secret relationship. Traumatized by a childhood incident with a friend who took exception to his love of traditional dolls, doll artist and hopeful Wakana Gojo passes his days as a loner, finding solace in a home ec room at his high school. To Wakana, people like beautiful Marin Kitagawa, a trendy girl who's always surrounded by a throng of friends, is practically an alien from another world. But when cheerful Marin, never one to be shy, spots Wakana sewing away one day after school, she barges in and ultimately ropes her quiet classmate into her hobby, cosplay. Oh, my Dress Up Darling. I didn't know it was about cosplay. Oh, it's cute. That's still adorable. And it says, I don't suppose you'd make my cosplay. Will Wakana's wounded heart be able to handle the invasion from this sexy alien? Okay, that was a strange ending. Yeah, so I'll probably try that over the coming week as well. And then of course there's books that I'm already reading. I want to start some more audiobooks. I want to do some more crocheting, and yeah, there's a lot that I want to do, and this spot is really hurting. I can't ignore it. It's like, oh, I put a load of soda cream on it last night because it was under the skin, and now it's like the head's just popped up, so that's good, but it hurts. Okay, I'm gonna go now because I need to at least edit a video that's on my phone, schedule that, remove it from my phone so I have space for this vlog. Yes, I'm an outfit repeater, sue me. Honestly, it's a kind of early morning, I say early morning, kind of mid-morning day of errands. So I've just chucked on yesterday's clothes just to be out the house for a little bit. And then when I come home, whenever I'm on camera, I'll pop it back on because, to be honest, it's a naked kind of day. It's so hot. I've got the curtains drawn because I don't want the animals to overheat. And yeah, my friend's just picking me up to run me to the pet shop, bless her. Need to get Elsa, my cat, her flea and worm medication, and a couple of little bits there, and then come back. I was going to go to the gym, but I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to pass out if I do that. So yeah, I think I'm going to have like a tidy up day, see if I can finish Miss Marvel and maybe do a little bit more physical reading, and then maybe if I've been watching Celebrity Big Brother, so I might chuck that on, or do an audiobook or watch an anime whilst I get my library sorted a little bit, or do some crochet, so we shall see. Okay, I'm back from my little excursion out. I got this massive fuck off bag of cat litter, I got Elsa's meds, and I also got cat food, but I didn't get any frozen mice because I didn't have the size that I needed for Icy, so I'm going to order those on Amazon. I think what I'm going to do now is I've got Crunchyroll up on the tablet, so I'm going to go to the bathroom, I'm going to pop on an episode of an anime, and I'm going to moisturise my hair and get it all like juicy and stuff ready for whatever hairstyle I plan to give it. So that's the first thing on this agenda. jump scare, but my skin needs the TLC. Last night I lived my best life. I had like 13-year-old Jen having the night of her life. I went to Emo Fest, and I used to get called Emo Jen. My name's Imogen, right? Emo Jen, not by like mean people or anything, like by other emos. And I just felt like that girl again. It was Emo Fest 2025, and it was brilliant. We had a little drive up to the venue, and as you can see from some of the videos, it was truly amazing. We had the best time. Absolutely loved the music. There was so many different kinds of people, different age groups. It was just so nice to see that this kind of music is still like impacting and has an enjoyable experience for so many. I loved it, and it wasn't a super late night either. I mean, it was just the getting home really that made it like 11:30. That's late to me. I know that's going to be like really early for some people, but it wasn't out stupid o'clock for me. Do you know what I mean? My throat is killing now. My neck is killing because I didn't realise how much I was dancing, headbanging and screaming. It was fantastic, and I'm probably going to put like the full videos with the music and everything over on TikTok, which is at Wolf Howlstorm. If you do want to see, probably hear my voice above everything, scream singing. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it. So yeah, that was like what I was preparing for all day yesterday. I had some errands in the morning, and then that was like my evening plans, and it was fantastic. Not gonna lie, I've been doom scrolling for the majority of the day, but I need to leave the house now. I think I'm gonna visit my nanny for a little bit, so I'm gonna walk down to hers. I have just finished Miss Marvel Mecca, and I'm finding that skipping some volumes has maybe done me a disservice. It was just the volumes that I had accessible at the library that I work in the most frequently, so I just grabbed what was there. And I think I've got volume 9, I wanna say, which is one more volume that I have access to without mooching about and having a little look around. But I really enjoyed this one. It was a difficult one. It tackled a lot of stereotyping, conversation on what justice is, profiling, and yeah, it really took a step into social science, particularly into minorities within America, which, considering everything that's happening at the moment, it was a very timely piece. Yeah, I had a fantastic time reading this. I think it took me a little while to read because it was heavy on the topics, but it was fantastic. And I really enjoyed the story, kind of delving into Kamala's family's background, their life in Pakistan and journey into America. I really enjoyed seeing like snippets of like the story before Kamala was even born. It was great. It was really fantastic. Yeah, and her just kind of honing in to her heritage and her identity and kind of grounding herself a bit, because, you know, as this story develops in this particular volume, she's finding that she's not as loved as she maybe once was when she was a brand new superhero, and she's struggling with that. But yeah, this was fantastic. So I think I'm probably going to go and listen and read the second Emily Wilde book, because I'm not gonna lie, I took that out like immediately after I finished the first book, intending to read it that same week, and I haven't. It's been months at this point. It is a library book that I've borrowed, so it's also going to tick that off of my library pile of books. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Going to grab my headphones, grab a hoodie because it does look kind of windy out, probably nip to the shops, grab a couple of snacks, and then walk down to my nanny's, reading and listening. I got some knickknacks, Freddo, another chocolate I can't see. It's interesting looking Tic Tacs, this summer edition of Red Bull. I've already had Red Bull twice in my life, but this will be the second time and I'm excited for it. The other one was also a summer edition. Good stuff, I think. Oh, and beef jerky lurking in there somewhere. So I'm on this machine that they've got at the park, and they're so fun. Just a little chill stretching exercise. And these little girls have run up to me to say they wanted to go on it, and I said, okay, be careful though, because it swings off really quick. Keep on your back, so I'm going on it. And then I went on a different one. They said, oh, that one looks broken. I said, oh, thank you for letting me know. They were so sweet. And I said, you having a good time? They were, yeah. And then they called over to me again and said that they were all done. They were so sweet. It was like such a lovely little interaction, and they're just going about playing in the rest of the park. How adorable. Those kids are raised right. This is the rest of the park without trying to exploit the local area, but it's so lovely. They've literally just like done it up, and it's finally opened up to be used. Been doing it for a couple of months, I think, since last winter. But yeah, it's really lovely. Hopefully it stays lovely. I've just got home. I'm not too long in the door. I did a little bit of exercise in the park, a little walk around, and then I went to the corner shop and I got some bits for dinner. I'm currently on page 102. Well, I think this is 101, but I've just finished this page. Audio in it and reading it, but most of this so far from my little walkabout has been audio booking. And Wendell has just mentioned he loves his cat, and his cat basically rules him, and I'm like, honestly, same. I love that for you. I love that, and it's so cute that Emily's a dog person and Wendell's a cat person, because to me, in terms of like their personalities, it's definitely switched. So I just love like the difference there, and to what you'd expect as well. Anyway, I thought I'd do something really grown up and boring and show you my food haul. I realise I'm shouting, I can't hear myself. These are quite soundproof, which is nice. Yeah, I'll do a little time lapse of that. So I've been making this little like bag. It's going to be like a little clutch bag thing, right? I started with 9 strands. I've somehow got 11. I don't know where the other 3, wait, 9, 10, 11, 2, so I can't count. That's probably how I got in this mess. Where did they come from? The bag doesn't even know. Where did they come from? Jeez Louise, what's happening? I really don't know how this is going to turn out. Good morning, by the way. But I've got one of these Tassimo hot chocolate pods in here doing its thing. But I also pumped in some vanilla syrup, and for some reason decided to put a tiny scoop of dirty chai at the bottom. So it's a coffee hot chocolate. Is that a thing? I don't know. Yeah, there's also some soya milk at the bottom too. I don't know if it's going to taste any good, but we can sure try. I don't know what sparked this inspiration, but I was like, yeah, let's mix stuff. Let's be magical today. Let's take a sip. I think it's still pretty hot, but ooh, tastes kind of like a spicy hot chocolate. Not too spicy because I didn't put too much chai powder in. Yeah, it's nice. I might add more next time if I do it again. Yay! Right, time to make my breakfast, and then I think I'm gonna crochet and either listen some more to Emily Wilde's map of the other lands, I want to say other worlds, or watch some more Celebrity Big Brother whilst I crochet / eat my brekkie once it's made. Lovely. Chill day today, I think. Once again, as is a common occurrence with my meals, looks like vomit, but it tastes real good. Someone on TikTok live, I randomly see people just making meals, and it's so nice to just sit and watch them whilst I eat or think about what to do or work on the flat or whatever. And I had spaghetti hoops, and I hadn't had them for so long, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go and get me some spaghetti hoops. So that's what I did yesterday, and I do not regret that decision at all. So I was having a little walk for the best part of an hour over in the park and just around the surrounding areas, which was so lovely. I feel a bit refreshed now. I'm gonna have a cup of tea. In terms of reading, I have now got to page 235. Yes, I've dog-eared it. Don't shout at me. Of Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, and I'm really enjoying it. It is so entertaining, so whimsy and fantastical, but I feel like there's an urgency to it as well, with like characters having ill health and like magical ailments that need to be found, sort of thing. Yeah, really enjoying that. But as well as listening whilst I was walking around the park, I was editing part of this vlog, so that's helped me out a lot as well in terms of getting like a chunk of it sorted and uploaded. Well, not uploaded, but just so I know that it's not a whole bunch of footage to do all at one time when I probably don't want to edit it together. So that has really been helpful. It's nice when I'm like out of the flat, because then I don't have other distractions luring me to the dark side. So yeah, that is a little update for now. Really enjoying Emily Wilde's book 2, and yeah, having a nice little day. So I was also reading more of A Dagger of Lightning last night, and oh my god, I got quite a good chunk of the way through. I can't remember exactly what page I got to, but I can put it on the screen in a bit. And I'm really enjoying how the story is developing, and I feel like I'm making more of a like impression in how much I'm getting through it now, which is really nice. So I feel like I can see the end, which sounds awful because I'm enjoying it, but I feel like it's another one that I've been reading for a long while, and I'd already done like my thoughts and feelings because I was on like a book tour for it. And yeah, I did like my thoughts and feelings of the time, and I like to finish things up, you know. But yeah, anyway, that's something I just want to highlight. I've been really enjoying it. It's getting more to like a romantic kind of aspect now, and I think that's where I really found myself enjoying it, particularly with the two main characters that we're following, because I just think their chemistry is fantastic, and I'm very much intrigued with how the romance develops on this like planet, this world, and the chemistry there being something different that you would feel as a human. So yeah, it's interesting to learn, I guess. It's fascinating. I really like it. Yeah. It's hair day today, full transformation, galaxy is the theme. I'm excited. I had totally forgot to film an outro, but here is my hair from yesterday. I'll do a little spin around. I love it. It was in desperate need of a haircut. You could probably see it was pretty long when it was getting blow dried and straightened, and then we just cut off what needed to get off. Shorter than I was expecting, but I'm loving it. I really do like this little short, especially with like the little, I just slept in like plaits, so especially with these little curls in the straightened style. I know it's going to be really short when it goes back to curly, but I'll be interested to see how that looks. But yeah, I really like how this came out. You see all the different colours. It's super pretty. It's very galaxy vibe, which was the theme that I had going into it. In terms of reading update, I managed to read a bit more of a Dagger of Lightning. I'm now, I want to say I've got like 100 or so pages left of that one, which is brilliant. So I made a lot of progress into that. I didn't start my Dress Up Darling, but I think in the end I just kind of wanted to focus on what I already had on the go. Really happy, even though I started the second Emily Wilde book, really happy with the progress I made in that. I don't think I've got much longer in that book either. And yeah, overall, really happy with the books that I read. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for joining me on this vlog. I hope you've had a good time. I know I have. So catch you in another one soon. Bye.